you are seeing just a classic carry. You're seeing a classic carry right now, boys and girls.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here. Today going to be rolling out in my Waffenträger of Panzer IV. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played in this thing. It's been a long while. I was fixated on the Borsig for quite a long time, and I completely neglected the Tier 9 version, the Waffenträger of Panzer IV. I think it's the Waffenträger of Panzer IV. But anyhow, this is the Tier 9 German TD, leading to the Waffenträger E100, of course. There's the Tier 8, the Borsig, which I absolutely love playing, and you have the Iron Rain variant, etc, etc. So I recently repurchased this thing. I think there was an on-track event a couple of months back, and it's been sitting in my garage for quite a few months. So I decided to regrind the crew and all of this jazz. I actually don't have, I kid you not, in this game I realized after this game I don't have Brothers in Arms, which is absolutely stupid because BIA helps you in so many departments, well, in everything basically. But I got this thing, and I kind of didn't take the crew skill grinding thing that seriously, I guess. And I grinded out all the camos, perks and skills, and then I realised I don't have BIA. I don't have BIA. So I immediately changed it after this game, because I have chocolate. I'm trying to get the best out of my gun, the absolute best. This gun is a really decent gun. It's not the greatest accuracy, but it's, you know, combined with the camo characteristics of the tank, it works, you know. And your average damage, I think it was it 510? It's around 500. I always say 500. I think even in my reviews I say 500, and I know it's not 500. I think it's 510 or something. But anyhow, we're in a fantastic position here on What is he doing? What is he doing? Have you ever seen an SD1 do that? In that position, you know, what is he doing? He must have had like second thoughts and turned around and like, what are you doing? What are these? But we're in a fantastic position because there's tanks in front of us that can light up the reds. I have fantastic camo values. I've got binocs. I've got everything, everything that'll allow me to take shots. I say this all the time, with impunity and not get lit up. Because this is a fantastic beast of a machine. But then what do we see? We see a Death Star. Luckily the Death Star gets taken out pretty quick, because the Death Star can just obliterate me in a millisecond, easy peasy. Let's try and take out that one, but oh no. And you can see me reversing around the corner. The reason why I'm doing this is because you always need to have a plan B. You always need to have an escape route if you do get lit up, especially in a lightly armored TD such as this. And if I'm pulling out with my front end, then when I reverse, it's much slower for me to get it duck into cover. So that's why I'm doing this. But this does, when you're looking like the from the rear like this, your gun's a bit compromised with gun elevation and depression, etc, etc. But we will make it work, of course we will. And as you can see, we're pretty decent game. We're like 2-3 minutes in, and we got 3.6k damage. Nah, that's nothing there. And he fires in return, but he misses me. Oh well, boo-hoo to you, pal. So we're going to lose our 6th sense, and we want to be moving up because our team is owning, basically. And we want to get more damage, absolutely. You can't always be sitting in the back here. 6th sense is lit up, but as long as detected isn't lit up, we're good to go. You know, nobody's pointing their gun at us. As soon as detected comes, then you need to consider your options. You know, you need to be writing that will, you know. But can we take him out? Yes, we can. There we go. good to go. This flank has been severely compromised as far as the Reds are concerned. Severely compromised, don't you think? Lovely T30 on a whole bunch of hit points. T54. I don't. I'm gonna pull up beside him, but in my Gauntlet elevation, I was saying, unless he comes down to meet me, you know, can I? Can I? I'm very cautious, careful, trying to be anyway about my proximity radar, not to touch him. But yeah, I think he gets taken. Yeah, there you go. He gets taken out. The incline is way too steep for this tank. What can I say? And who is left? There's a Super Conqueror, but he waste of my time. He's on below 100 hit points. T30, I can face off against him. I've got the hit points to spare. I'm going to one-shot him. He's going to get a shot into me. But, you know, what can you do? And this is life in the Waffenträger and the Borstig and any lightly armoured thing. You know, as soon as somebody pens you, hits you, there you go. I lost my gunner. You know, I lost this guy, engine, components, So you're severely, you're at a severe setback in these lightly armoured things, because not only do you lose health, but you lose, you know, components, you lose crew members. So you need to be wise when it comes to first aid kits and all of that jazz and repair kits. Absolutely. And now Sweet Revenge. Well, almost 520. Pretty decent roll. He's gonna fire at me, but he misses. Oh well, you suck and I don't. What can I say? And a fantastic game. There's only one tank left. Don't want to destroy my tank coming down here, hitting those boulders, hitting those rocks. So let's count it up. How's my math? 5, 6, 7k damage. This of course is a mastery game. Of course it's a mastery. It's not that tough to get the mastery in this tank. It's not that tough not to do well in this tank, because of the camo, because of the view range, you know, because of all of these things and above. You always, I always seem to get a nice bit of, sorry if you got epilepsy, always seem to get a nice bit of assisted damage, you know, spotting damage, tracking damage, as well as actual damage. So I'm kind of working on my second mark. I'm almost there basically, and yeah, I think I hit, I don't know, around 80% with this game. So GG's. Let's move on to the next game. And second game, we are on Sand River, of course. We are top tier, and we're going to be heading up the southerly flank. Back in the day, when this game first came out, everybody would just camp the base. If you were in CD, everybody would just camp the base. Granted, like I think the middle area, the middle terrain was much lower, I think, so you had much better view range. You could see much further back, I think. Don't quote me on that, but that's all people used to do, you know, when we didn't know what to do, when we didn't know how to play the game. There's hardly anything there if you want to play the game. If you want to camp at base in a TD these days, you know, you'll hardly see anything, truth be told, especially because they open up the center, so maybe that's helped a lot, you know, to draw people away from, you know, those northern flanks. But yeah, I'm here basically because I want to play the view range game. You know, I want to play the view range game, the render range game, where my greens kind of light up the reds for me. I use my camo to stay hidden, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on the distance of the reds when I'm shooting, you know, because I don't want them to get too close and all of that jazz. I don't want to get lit up, absolutely. But that's what I'm doing. I am out here in the open, but I have confidence in my camo. You know, I have confidence. This could have worked, you know, could. D75. It could have, but it didn't. But it didn't, did it? No. But anyhow, patience is the name of the game. There's a lot of reds up here on this southern blank, but you can see me, you know, firing my gun, and it's all good. Yeah, their view range isn't. It's not going to be able to reach me. You can see 400, 380. Yeah, so it's yeah, we're all good. I just got to make those shots count. Basically, that's what's important. Pretty much. There we go. Take him now. TVP comes to TVP. T50. Skoda T50. And our RU. And I'm checking out, you know, what are the hit points on these tanks, because I want to take out one of these guys. So I decided to pick on the Roo. Pardon me, the standard B. It looks like a Roo. There we go. Because that's not picking on him to be a bully. I just want to get a gun out of the game. And you can see we were losing. It was 2-4, now it's 3-4. And I do get lit up now. And the reason why I'm getting lit up, I think it was the heavies that are in the river area, possibly, maybe, you know, they were getting too close, so their commander's hatch met my commander's hatch. I think that's how it is. I think there's points on your tank that when they do connect, etc, etc. I don't think it's necessary. I think the commander's hatch is one of the points. There's points on the front of the tank and the rear. I think, don't quote me on that. So when these things kind of connect, that's when you get lit up, and dependent on your view range, your camo, and all of that jazz. Object 705. See the kind of tricky shot here. You'll hardly ever see me using premium ammo. I just don't really need it when you're in a TD. And I do the smart thing here. I load up HE, because I know I can take him out using HE. I don't need to pen. There we go. Good to go. And I switch back to normal. All the time in my mediums, etc, etc, in my lights, you'll see me loading up premium ammo. I do this not all the time, often, you know, to give myself an advantage, to give my tank a boost, so to speak, to push up my performance, so to speak, you know, to give me the edge, pretty much. And that's because I want to win the game. Duh. But it's just TDs on average have the best penetration tier for tier. You know, there's a reason why. Because, for instance, this TD doesn't have any ammo. You know, doesn't have any armor. So, etc., etc. You know, they have, when it comes to the negatives of the tank, they have even more so than, you know, a medium or a heavy. That's why their penetration. Their average penetration is so much higher. I'm guessing that's the thinking at Wargaming. So right now it's 8-8. We've kind of, you can see our line of tanks. We seem to have the upper hand, but at the same time it's 8-8. So it is what it is. So we need to take advantage of our positioning and all of that jazz and go ahead and win the game. Yes, we can. Very nice. 583. Absolutely. And Mr. Conqueror here, he's his shots are obstructed, you know, by the buildings and all of that jazz. So he doesn't even, he gets taken out. Good to go. Good to go. And now I know where everybody is. Everybody's, you know, in the southwest, up on the hills, up ahead. So I want to get more damage. You know, 4 kills. 2,700, which is nothing fantastic, but at the same time, again, look at the assisted 1.4. So we're already on 4K combined damage, which is damn good for a tier 9 TD. And Mr. Lorraine has a fantastic loading gun, but he doesn't possess accuracy. You know, it takes him 2 shots to pen me. It takes me 1 shot to pen him. And all of that jazz. So he does pen me a second time. But we're good to go. Because I have 500 alpha. I can one-shot him. He can't one-shot me. So he's been severely damaged as well. So now we're moving on to the remaining two TDs, which is a Conway and a 150mm Borsig, I believe. Get some nice juicy shots on them. Absolutely. As you can see, I'm pulling up here. I'm kind of I'm on this ridgeline because I want to have options. I want to be able to duck into cover on the left, on the right, you know, just in case the Lorraine shows up. But he's on a reload, you know, I know that. And I think the Lorraine, it's like 30-40 seconds. It's a very decent tank, but the reload is what it is. Absolutely. There's Lorraine. So I'm guessing, yeah. So maybe he was ammo-racked. I was thinking it's 50-50. Most probably he is loaded. Let's see. Let's find out. And he gets the kill on me. But I was perfectly fine. But with that, I said, you can go for it, buddy. I've had a really decent game. So 5.5, 5.6 K damage. Very good game. Not a mastery though. I believe it's a silver. So very nice to be back into this tank. I'm just a couple of % away from achieving my second mark, and then I'm going to move on to something else. Take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoyed.